Welcome to Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door Part 2. In this episode, we'll be going over to Professor Frankly's place, but first I wanted to show off Goombella. I didn't really get to explain much, but Goombella not only will give hints about certain places, but certain people too. Trust me, she will be useful for later dungeons. Anyway, be careful here, because of course I called it, you will be robbed. Hey you, what's your beef, pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Uh-oh. Mario, you gotta wake up. That guy just stole half of your coins. Don't worry, they're not lost forever. That is so lame. Ugh, I hate this town. You and me both, sweetheart. You and me both. But Professor Frankly's house is right here. Oh, don't worry about that guy down there. You're not strong enough to deal with him. Anyway, oh hi, there you are, Professor Franklin. What's up? He said, what's up? Who's there? Who wants me? Ah, yes, you. Now, you, I've seen your face before. Yes, that face. Wait for it, just a moment. Don't tell me now. Silence. I'll get it right. It's not Goombella. It's not a Lizagoom. I've got it! You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? It took him 3 guesses to figure out her name. Wow, yes sir, that's me! I'm Goombella, a junior at U-Goom. Go Goombas! Which Mario probably killed. Of course! I remember you. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at remembering. It took you 3 tries to figure out who this person is! You, though, you stick out in my mind because you were such an exceptional student. And that guy behind you is... Who? My goodness, he just feels like Booker T. Who? Tell me you didn't just say that. Anyway, Mario? Professor, he's Mario. You know, the famous one. Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm, I haven't had a clue about what's hip right now. Mario is not what's hip, he's been hip. In any case, what sort of errands brings you two all the way to a place like this? Gee, I wonder. We were hoping you'd tell us about the legendary treasure said to be below Rogueport. I thought if anyone knew about it, you would, Professor Frankly. Yes, he does, apparently. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. But why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure? You know that most say it's little more than a fairy tale, don't you? Archaeologists and historians have to search for the truth in fairy tales, though. Me, I believe the legendary treasure truly exists, and I really want to find it. I don't think it's worth it, Goombella. I really don't think it's worth it. Good point, and well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you however I can. Oh boy, if they only knew. First of all, about the treasure. There are many mysteries surrounding it. Some say it's infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster. Keep that in mind. While others claim that it's an empty chest. So many different theories. Obviously, it's impossible to divine the truth among them. But all agree on one point. To find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. Yep, they play a huge role in this game. To find the treasure of yore, take the 7 crystals to the Thousand-Year Door. That was the sound of me face-palming. You mean the crystal stars that old people and super elderly people have been passing down? That's what I meant to say, yes. Indeed, the same. As the saying goes, if you want to find a legendary treasure, you must first collect the 7 crystal stars. Hold the magical map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door. Then the stars will light the way that leads to the Stone of Yesterday. Yeah! A lot of the lore I read says if the magical map is taken there, it will show you where to find the crystal stars. It was going a little bit too fast. Correct! And the 1,000-year door is supposedly down beneath town. Yet, the critical piece, the map, is lost. If we only had that map. We do have the map! Well, not we. Exactly, Mario has the map. What? Notice his reaction. Really? You actually have the... Could I take a look at it? If you don't mind? Astounding. This is it! The real thing! The one and only magical map! You, son, are a hero. They're great, fantastic, wonderful even. With this, we can find the crystal stars just by holding aloft before the legendary door. Hold right on, Professor. Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here? Goombella, Mario. Off we go this instant. Let's take this magical map to the legendary door. Yep. Off we go indeed. I bet you didn't know that this rotten old thing came off, did you? Yeah, because there was no way you could actually deal with that. We could use this pipe to go under the streets. Come on, both of you, let's get moving. Wait a second. Hang on, Mario. Something just occurred to me. I'm fairly certain there's few hoodlums. So, keep your guard up. You two do know about your action commands, don't you? This is one of those thou must moments, because he will ask you twice. You'll have to actually go through it eventually, because it will be annoying. So if you're a first-time player, you might want to sit through the tutorial, even though there was a tutorial in the first part, right when you were fighting Crump. Now then, he's basically going to explain the jump command, which is going to be your primary attack until you get badges or upgrades. The jump command is basically you press A before you land on the enemy, and then you press A again. Now, I also didn't get into further detail about the stylish moves. Stylish moves will come into play a little later. As a matter of fact, I may show them off a little bit. But for the time being, you also get educated in how to use the guard, which you press A before the hit actually lands. There's certain frames of when the hit actually lands, so button mashing is not going to help. However, here's something you need to know. There is a new thing in Paper Mario that wasn't in the original. The Super Guard. As soon as I smack Goombella with a hammer, we'll get to that point. Now then, Goombella's about to attack, so I might as well explain. The Super Guard is a move you could press B instead of A when the opponent's about to hit you. The thing that Professor Frankly's not gonna tell you is that if you use Super Guard against a spiked enemy, you're gonna take damage regardless. So those are the guys you can't really Super Guard without a spike shield. Now if you have a spike shield, you'll be fine. But if you don't, well, you're gonna be taking damage whether you have a guard or not. So yeah, that's basically it. Now that we've got the tutorial out of the way, let's get down to the pipe. And of course, there's the tutorial of how to use the pipe. And I was going to smack Frankly for telling me how to use a pipe because I played lots of Mario games. Anyway, Now it's time for us to go to our first actual battle. Hey man, what's up? Who's the hottie you got there with you? What's up, baby? Why don't you hang with us for a while? We'll play real nice. Are they trying to pick her up? Man, what a fine-looking Goomba like you doing with a tubby mustache man like that? Oh, it's like so sweet that you guys think I'm cute. Seriously? Yeah, you guys make me feel like totally barfing. Now get out of our way! Ouch! That was cold. What, you're too good for us? Come off it, sister! Nobody zings us like that! Nobody! Let's get him! Keep in mind, Goombella's mouth will get us into a lot of trouble in our later adventures. I just mentioned about spiked enemies, by the way, and I told you that super guarding spiked enemies will do you damage if you don't have the spike shield. Well, yeah, we run into our first spiked enemy, which is a spiked Goomba. Now here's the thing. If you don't really want to deal with the spiked Goomba, especially with Goombella, you're gonna have to switch to Mario. For this setup, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, switch to Goombella, actually. So, you can switch to where it's more convenient to you. Oh, that would be stupid if I did that. So Mario can just use the hammer and get rid of the spiked enemies. Now, bear in mind there's also a badge that could actually help you protect your partner from spiked enemies as well. However, that I do believe is hidden somewhere and you may need some upgrades to get it. Yeah, we smacked those guys up. Get used to it, because smacking Goombas around is what we're going to do. No offense there, frankly, and Goombella. Anyway, Professor Frankly also mentioned something about First Strikes. Now, First Strikes is basically going to be, oh, we can't really do anything over here. Not yet. But what I was about to say was, First Strikes is where if you find an enemy and you strike them first, you will get the first attack and you'll do damage to them. However, if they're a spiked enemy and you happen to jump on them, or actually if you happen to jump on them, that's what I was trying to say. Well, say this is an example of successful first strike. And with that, the battle is over with. But what I was trying to say is, if you jumped on a spiked enemy, it'll be just like actually attacking them. You'll end up hurting yourself rather than the enemy, provided you don't have the spike shield. I'm gonna forget that guy. Anyway, ooh, spiked enemy. Oh god, almost forgot. You can't really swim in the water here in this game, because if you did, well, you'll take 1 damage from the piranhas that happen to be in a lake. Trust me, it's going to happen. Oh god! Well, that was a dick move. Almost forgot to mention, the stage attacks you. And now we've got ourselves a mushroom, and of course that's going to be our healing items. There'll be other healing items. Trust me. And also the hearts that they drop will replenish the health of both you and your allies. Now let's climb down the pipe, shall we? Okay. We can ignore that for now, because that's not important. Ignore that. Oh, Christ! Well, that sucks. Be careful of these annoying pricks, because they will dizzy your, enemies. I mean, no, dizzy your allies and you, actually. I know there's other ones that will have spikes on them, and that can be really annoying, so believe me, it's not the first time you'll see these guys, and it's definitely not going to be the last. I'm just going to ignore them for the time being. And of course that switch is obvious to what to do. You just smack it or jump on it. One of the two. So let's climb up and enter in this room. And now we meet the black treasure box. Whoa! Hey, you! Can you hear me? You can? That must mean you're the hero of legend. A Wind Waker joke, or Legend of Zelda joke in general. Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah! Everything else, nothing! He's trying to dupe Mario. See, long ago an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this box. I was bummed. I've been here ever since, waiting a long time for a hero to come by. See, what did I tell you about treasure boxes in the first episode? Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, big guy, what brings you, a hero like you, to a place like this? Mario, a word with you. I'm not exactly confident we could trust this box. Revert back to part 1. I think it may be best not to mention that we're looking for the crystal stars. God damn it, frankly! Well, drat! I just said it out loud! What's wrong with me? If you only knew. Oh yeah, searching for the crystal stars are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you're definitely gonna need my help if you hope to get those bad boys. So first, you should look for a key to this box. Then, use it to let me out. Definitely. See, I really don't trust this box. By the way, the key looks like this. A black key. What do you think? We ought to do it, Mario? Well, I know my vote goes to you finding the key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Come on, being stuck in a box is no picnic. I'm counting on you, oh legendary hero. Just a word of warning, we're going to be running into 3 more of those. So, yeah. You'll see why I say don't trust treasure boxes in this game that are like that. The shiny ones and the black ones are the worst ones. Because you never know what's in it. No, there's not going to be a boss. However, while it is pretty untrustworthy, I would dare say that this box is actually going to give one of the new gimmicks of this game as well. More of a blessing than a comedic blessing than a curse, actually. Speaking of which, whoa, you brought the key? Oh man, I owe you big. Yes, thank nothing. Whee! And here we go, fools. Of course. Oh boy, did you fall for it! I burned you! What, you think I was gonna help you? You probably are. Instead, I'm gonna spread a little suffering that I've endured in that stupid box. And you wonder why you were sealed away. Yeah, sorry, but those are the breaks. I'm gonna cast an evil, terrible curse upon you. Boolly woolly woo! You're cursed! I gotta use that on somebody. Anyway, whee! Now enjoy that, curse sucker. You got what you deserved. You want to hear all about the sweet curse I just dropped on you? Then listen well. From now on, if you press Y in certain areas, you'll turn into a paper airplane. Whee! Trembling yet? Suffer the rest of your days under my terrible curse. Whee! Oh, I can't help but chortle. You're doomed. Actually, you just helped us out. Anyway, this curse is pretty rough, I guess, so I suppose I owe it to you to explain it. Ready? If you stand on an airplane panel like this one, the floor will start to glow. Yes, okay, you're on the panel. Now try pressing Y, and then BAM! You're a paper airplane. The worst part of the curse is you now must tilt the joystick left and right to control yourself. I guess if you're good at it, you might fly a long way, but that's the only good thing. So be honest, is this curse terrible? Is it just about the worst? Doesn't matter how you answer. He's gonna respond the same. If you press B, you might return to normal. Maybe. Farewell, you foolish fool. Whee! Like I said, get used to it. You will be seeing this 3 more times. So, wow. Just wow. What was that guy's beef? Nonetheless, we now have a new ability, and it utilizes more of the paper aspect. And since we are a paper, now we can actually go a little bit further. So, let's go on ahead and enter into this area. So, that demon there, just instead of cursed us, he gave us a blessing in disguise. Oh, Mario! Goombella, look at that! There's the 1,000-year door. It's a 1,000-year door spoken of in the legends. I can't believe it's real! Yes, believe it. So the legends are all true. There it is, big as life. Come on, let's move closer. I don't like this door. Hey, what's to do with that weird pedestal, huh? What could it be? You think? I don't know, but I'm gonna step on it. Oh, and get used to something that's gonna be happening several times. Several times. Professor, what's going on? Yep, get used to this, because it's gonna happen a lot. Because we stepped on this pedestal, we now have our location of the first crystal star on the map. And in case you're wondering what I mean by this is going to happen several times, let it be known that despite how good this game is, this game is basically one of the most notorious backtrackers in the entirety of the game. In the entirety of the series, sorry. And now our first location has been revealed, which is a giant castle. And with every location revealed, Mario learns a new ability. Now would be a good time for me to explain how not only abilities work, but also stylish. Professor, the map! What's with all those crazy lights? Well, right after the exposition, anyway. It appears that information related to the location of the crystal stars appear. And that shining light, it looks as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. You don't say! Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. Aha, I see! Oh right, let me explain before he's doing that. Anyway, what had happened basically, Mario got a new ability. And because he's got a new ability, he now has star power, which is going to be one of the new things. A special move, which he's going to basically explain. A special move takes a certain meter of star power, provided you have more than one star. See, here's the thing, because we're about to go to that right now. Each star you get, you'll get a move that'll equal like 1 star point, 2, 3, 4, whichever, however much star points it'll equal. You'll get a total of 8 moves in total, actually. Yes, you'll get a total of 8 moves. And in order for to use them, you'll have to drain a star meter. Now, in order for to get that back, you'll have to successfully pull off action commands. Not just that, you have a crowd right there. That's also one of the new gimmicks of the game. Because in the original Paper Mario, you didn't have a crowd. Oh, and as for Sweet Treat, be careful, do not hit the poison mushrooms, hit all the flowers, and the icons of Mario and Goombella. And be careful where you aim. Just to let you know. Also, since I used the star meter, now I can explain the stylish moves. Because you're going to have to refill the meter. Regular attacks will refill the meter for you. However, stylish moves will refill it more. And in order to pull the stylish moves off, there's got to be certain times you have to hit the A button after you finish performing the move that you have selected. Like for instance, Goombella performing a headbop. You have to wait till after she lands the second time in order to, and press A in order for her to pull off a stylish move. Sometimes it's hard to get the timing down, but once you do, it's well worth it. There's also a badge for stylish moves that give you some training on it. However, it'll reduce... Yeah, I just performed the stylish move right there. But as I said, it will reduce the amount of star power you get if you put on that badge, yet you will know how to do stylish moves. But yeah, I just recently did a stylish move by smacking the professor on the head and doing a backflip after I finished. Yeah, there also is, like, certain moves that'll have more than one stylish moves. And also, there's those cards in the top right corner of the screen. Certain, cards, depending on the, actual, action command, will appear. Like, for instance, the triple, shine sprite. Because I got the triple shine sprite, not only did I get a bingo, I got a larger crowd, and on top of that, we also got, the star meter, health, and FP refilled. The mushroom will refill all your health, the flower will fill all your FP, and I do believe there was something else. Oh yeah, the poison shroom will just knock everything in half, take away all your star power, and reduce your audience to half. And speaking of audience members, they'll attack you! So it's not just the stage that'll attack you, you gotta be careful of that, but also the audience as well. Some of them will throw good stuff, others will throw hammers and random objects at your general direction. And you'll have to stop what you're doing to save them. Also, beware of one thing. The less audience you have, the less star power you will have recovered. Also, beware of another thing. There are bosses that actually utilize the audience against you. So keep that in mind. So, with that said, we now know the location of the first star. And the first star will end up being in Petalburg. And that's going to be our first destination. Or Petal Meadows, if you will. And that's basically going to be our first destination. Unfortunately, we will not be going it here. So, yeah, that means we're going to have to go back down in the Rogueport sewers just so we could get to Petal Meadows. Oh, and needless to say, the soundtrack of this game is pretty good. Just thought I'd like to point that out there. What was the other thing? Oh, right! Almost forgot. When I was talking about the audience, I almost forgot. If you miss any action commands with the audience, well, how should I put this? The audience members will start leaving and they will reduce your star power. And yes, frankly, just realized that Princess Peach gave Mario a map that brought him here to Rogueport so that he and Princess Peach could find treasure, but apparently she got kidnapped somewhere along the line. And now there's also the X-Nauts. Oh, and these guys, I might as well just reveal them. Lord Crump and the X-Nauts are running about, and they're trying to find the crystal stars as well. I mean, they were already introduced in the first part, so there's no reason to say that they're a spoiler. So now, apparently collecting the crystal stars would mean we have to find Peach as well. So, with that, Professor Frankly will go around town asking about the princess or the stars or any other bits of information you need, and also notice that waste bucket. That waste bucket is specifically for bosses that you face on your adventures. They will end up in Frankly's lab. I mean, in Frankly's house. And also, Frankly actually gives you a new weapon, or should I say a new badge. And the badge system in this game is a lot better than the first one. See, in the first one, I do believe there was a cap in the level, say like 35 or something was a cap. Here, you could actually go up to level 60 if I'm not mistaken. No, actually a little bit higher than 35. I was known to go to level 40 in this game. Because that's how hard this game really is. But you can actually increase the badge points, the HP, or the FP. And if you have the badge points for the badges that you get, like the one I have right now, you can equip the badge into the menu. However, attack badges will cost flower points. If you happen to have the flower points for them, you will be able to use them. If not, well, you'll have to actually get some honey syrup or some flowers. So yeah, I might as well equip this badge on me right now because I am going to need it. And believe it or not, you're going to have to make sure you get a badge if you see it or if you have the available ability to get it. Because trust me, they will be helpful. And in the next episode, we will make our way over to Petal Meadows. This is RVman985. See you guys next time.